everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tinman here. We're back with another showcase for you, and today we're looking at the Iron Maiden First 10 Years box set. Now I know there's 1,000 videos of people showing you the first 10 years, but I just wanted to do it because I love Maiden. I'm a big Maiden fan. I love the First 10 Years box set. I've got a very nostalgic tie to that. So before we get into it, I've just got to let you know that this is the set I'm showing you is the second time I've bought it. Because when I got into Maiden when I was, 11 years old, a mate of mine gave me a mixtape. On one side was a load of Maiden songs, some off these, the B-sides off the records, and all their greats like Trooper and stuff like that, you know, all the Run to the Hills, all the usual ones on one side. And on the other side, it was De La Soul. And I've still got the tape somewhere. I still have. But I remember loving both sides. I liked De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising, great album. And I had the Maiden one, and I always kind of gravitated to the Maiden one. And it's because of Maiden that I got into heavy music, basically. Iron Maiden was the start, and then I went from there. Then I got obviously into the metal thing. So we got into Pantera, then we got into Metallica, Megadeth. And it just spiraled. I went from there, went from metal to hardcore, and then, you know, hardcore punk, and then all the skate punk stuff. And yeah, and back round, and Maiden have always been the start for me. So they're the very special place for me in the old black heart of mine. So I want to go through the box set. So let's start. Let's not waste any more time. So first one, as you've all seen this before, but still, I want to talk about it, man. I love them. There you go. Running Free and Sanctuary. Now, I'm glad they re-released these. I'll tell you why. Because when they first came out, I was obviously way too young. Now, when I got into Maiden, it was No Prayer for the Dying had not long been out, and Fear of the Dark hadn't just come out. And these were 90. Were these released? I think these were released on 1990. So I got into Maiden in 91. So these had not long been out. I think they were still available. I don't remember. I can't remember. Do you know what? I can't remember how I actually got the set the first time. I don't think they were brand new, obviously, but I remember them being like a new thing, and it was huge because it was like it's the singles and the 12-inch. I know you can get a lot of them on 12-inch, but you know it was a 7-inch one originally, and it was just the fact that it was a double, and I thought it was just really, really smart. Now, I mean, this is the start, isn't it? Running Free. I mean, the classic Eddie. This Derek Riggs artwork there. You know, this is the beauty about what I loved about getting into Maiden and buying the records. And my mum and dad used to have a JVC. No, it wasn't JVC. It was Sharp turntable. It was a big, big, long turntable, and it had a tape deck on one side, and it had the platter on that side. I used to sit there with the Maiden records that I acquired. And I'd sit there and I'd just look at the artwork as I was listening. I remember listening to Power Slave and looking at that artwork on it. It was just mesmerizing. It was a time in your life, no worries, you know, no stresses, and life was good. And you just got into metal, and you looked at that Derek Riggs artwork, and it was just a legendary time. It really, really was. Like most people before bills, before life, you know, the usual crap. So anyway, yeah, like classic Derek Riggs artwork. Look at that. The unknown Eddie there before he got, you know, a proper. You could see him on the first Iron Maiden album. Superb. And then of course Sanctuary on the back with the gutted Iron Lady on the bottom. Too right. R.I.P. You bloody rot in pieces. Yeah, I'm from the UK, so yeah, rot in pieces. Exactly. Superb stuff. So with this, you get the classic gatefold. Love it. And on these you got Running Free on one side, Burning Ambition on the other, because that's all it was on the single. On the other one, Sanctuary, Drifter, I've Got the Fire. Oh, I love these covers. All these covers on these. I'm a big fan of them. And then of course Listen with Nico Part 1. Now I love to listen with Nico's. Growing up, listening and with the photos editing, what we used to say to each other. When we go to people's houses, we'd say that because we got ingrained by listening to it. You know what I mean? It's weird, but that's how it was. But yeah, Part 1, the first. Now I love that these had the hype stickers already like stuck on, And then of course we got the classic logo there. I love these, man. I love these. I not long just finished off rebuying them. Actually, it took a while because I always wanted to get them in the best nick I could, and I didn't want to go. Yeah, you never want to pay loads for them, do you? You never want to pay loads for them. So I got them all at a pretty decent price. I think only one of them's a little bit more battered than I was hoping for, but I'll show you that when I get to it. Never got the box set. First time round or this time round, never got the box set. You'd be hard pushed now to find a box set in decent condition. They are pretty battered. Now, my mate, Rock God 2004, check out his channel. He's got a cracking Maiden collection. He really has. So, yeah, check out. He's got the box set. And I think he's got the box as well, if I remember correctly. I don't know, I'll have to ask him. Yeah, but he's got tons of Maiden stuff, and he's got this as well. So yeah, what a start, eh? What a start! Look at that artwork. Love it, man. Absolutely love it. Part 1. There we go. First 10 years. Put them that way. Okay, number 2. We have Women in Uniform. Great cover. Do you know what? It was years and years later that I only found out that it was a cover. I was convinced it was theirs. I was like, oh my God, it's a cover. And then I realised that the majority of these tracks on here are covers. But yeah, great artwork. There she is. Cow bag. Yeah, that's it. Bit of Eddie there. Superb. The classic logo. The hype sticker on the bottom. I love that it is an actual hype sticker that's stuck on as well. It's not imprinted. It's actually a sticker. You know what I mean? It is on there. Great stuff. There you go. Is that Twilight Zone? God, I can't remember. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's right. Twilight Zone. Great image. This is one I'd look at for ages because obviously, you know, there's nothing behind her, but Eddie's in the... it's just superb. And all the tiny little Easter eggs that Derek Riggs would do, like, you know, stuff like that. Brilliant stuff. Yep, so what did you have on this? Look at the gatefold. There we go. Gatefold, obviously, because they were the singles. So you've got your Women in Uniform, Invasion, Phantom of the Opera, Twilight Zone, and Wrathchild, which is live. Great stuff, man. And look at these dates down here. Look at these dates. Look, oh my God. You know, here we go. Look what they were playing. Maiden were playing back in 80. Okay, so it was a UK tour date, November 1980. I would have loved to have seen them at this. So they're playing things like Leeds University, the Brundle University, and the Uxbridge, the Odeon in Birmingham, the Apollo in Manchester. I would have loved to have seen Maiden in the Apollo. Oh my God! Nowadays it's arenas, isn't it? It is. But wow, you know what I mean? It's so cool. Wrathchild is taken from the new album Killers. I love it. It's classic. It's Paul Di'Anno, isn't it? It's the Paul Di'Anno era, which you can't fault. So yeah, Women in Uniform, Invasion, Phantom of the Opera, and then where's the A and B? Is there no oh, it's on the other side. Tinman, sort it out. Twilight Zone, and then Wrathchild, and then Listen with Nico Part 2. Absolute classic. One of my favourites, Women in Uniform. Very, very nostalgic. It was very early on that I was like, you know, one of the early ones I listened, Maiden tracks could have been Women in Uniform. I know it's not theirs, but yeah. Part 2, man. Superb stuff. Next up. Here we go. Purgatory. Look at the artwork. Derek Riggs again, absolutely smashing it with that artwork. Absolutely superb. They wanted this for Number of the Beast, and EMI were like, no way, it's too dark. So they saved it for the single. And do you know what? I wish they kind of did. I love Number of the Beast artwork, don't get me wrong. Got it on a back patch on my denim jacket, but that is superb. Look at that. And of course, the Made in Japan EP. That's great. Thingy's on the back on this one. Weird. Don't know why it's not here. You've got the classic first 10 years logo, but it's not there. It's on the back. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's just weird how it's on the back. Superb stuff. Here we go. Yeah, this one's a bit old and battered. See how it's the glue's gone. It needs re-gluing, and also, it smells a bit old. You know, Purgatory, Genghis Khan on that one. Running Free, Remember Tomorrow. What else we got? Killers, Innocent Exile. This record is dedicated to all the headbangers, earth dogs, and metal merchants around the world. Thanks for making our first world tour such a success. I would have, I'd chop off some body parts to have seen Maiden back in the day. I mean, I've been watching recently the what is it, the Hammersmith, the Beast over Hammersmith, watching the live stuff. It's so good. I got the Number of the Beast 40th anniversary with the Beast over Hammersmith LP. It's so good. It's Maiden with Bruce early days, and it's proper raw Maiden, and Bruce is super enthusiastic, and it's Clive Burr, R.I.P. Got Clive Burr on the drums, man. I mean, you can't beat Clive Burr. I love Nick and McBrain, don't get me wrong, but Clive was something else. He really was. That artwork though, superb. Made in Japan. Love it. Absolutely love it. Do you know what? I'm not getting the records out, but the black vinyl, you've seen them all a million times. You know what the labels look like. I need to get each one out, every single one. Unless you want to see them, let me know. I can redo it. Anyway, okay, that was number 3. Now we're on to number 4. Number 4, Run to the Hills. This artwork, the Derek Riggs early artwork is, I love it. I do. I can't fault it at all. I always thought that was a bit mad, that one there. Look at that one. What is that? That is nuts. Yeah, so Run to the Hills, Number of the Beast on the back. I love that one. That artwork is superb. Again, the hype stickers on the back. Don't quite understand it, but there you go. Yeah, I always loved that one for some reason. I think it's the red and the yellow and the into the black. You see the way it does that? Always loved that. Probably more so than the Run to the Hills, to be honest, even though that is a cracking image. Okay, so gatefold on this. There we go. Run to the Hills, Number of the Beast. There you go. Remember Tomorrow. Superb. What else have we got on here? We've got Run to the Hills and Total Eclipse. Oh, what a track. Which has been reinstated on the Number of the Beast 40th anniversary. Which I'll do a video for that, I think, at some point. Number of the Beast, Remember Tomorrow, recorded live in Italy. Remember Tomorrow, Listen with Nico, Part 4. Superb. Look at the dates here. Look at this. There you go. The tour dates down the bottom here. Love it. What we got? Manchester Apollo, Liverpool Empire. That's the closest one to me. Liverpool Empire. Imagine seeing them that in there. Oh. Beast on the Road 82. Yeah, I definitely weren't old enough for that. What was I? I was 5. I was 5 years old. There was no way I was seeing these then. Number 4, man. Superb stuff. Superb. Okay. What we got next? Number 5. We have Flight, not the Flight, just Flight of Icarus. Love that artwork. Superb stuff. I love all the artwork. It's Derek Riggs. It's early Derek Riggs. You know, I can't fault any of it. There you go. Classic logo. Hype stickers on the front for this one. Fair enough. On the back, the classic. My son's favourite track is The Trooper. Came on in the car today. We were singing. Well, they weren't really. Were they singing along? I was drumming along anyway while driving, hitting the old steering wheel as you go. You know, as you do. But yeah, classic artwork. There you go. There you go. Love it. This one, gatefold, has Flight of Icarus. I've got the Fire. And on the other one, it's Trooper and Cross-Eyed Mary and Listen with Nico Part 5. Look at that. Great stuff, man. Peace of Mind era. Love it, man. Love it. You should study the Peace of Mind LP a lot as well. Even though it's just Eddie in a floating padded cell. I don't know why, but I used to just study it. You should study all the little bits and bits and bobs like that. But yeah, man. I've got the Fire. Great track. Great covers. Cross-Eyed Mary. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, man. I can't fault them. I really can't fault them. They're great stuff. So that one is number 5. Flight of Icarus, The Trooper. Next up, number 6. This is probably the one. This is the last one I got, and probably is the most battered, to be honest. So I probably will look out for another one. I think. Yeah, just because it's quite battered. So this is 2 Minutes to Midnight and Aces High. This is the last one in my collection I needed. Hype stickers on the front, Happy Days, classic logo there. 2 Minutes to Midnight, cracking image. Derek Riggs again with the Eddie, love it. And my favourite, Aces High, man. I've got to say, I think Power Slave is my probably my favourite Maiden album. The fastest one, the raw, fastest. I don't know. Early ones are great as well. Yeah, I just love Power Slave. I love every track on it. I can't fault it. And Aces High is probably it's one of the fastest ones they've done, and I just love it. And that image, superb, man, superb. Yeah, but this one's a little bit battered. Seen the state of it there. I'm not overly impressed with how battered that is, but there you go. It was cheapish. Okay, 2 minutes to midnight. Rainbow's Gold. Mission for Mary. Mission for Mary, man. Love it. The World Slavery Tour. And I'm doing all the classic dates. Then you've got Aces High, King of Twilight, and Number of the Beast live version. And the gatefold there. Look at that. Classic. Not lineup. What's it called? Is it a lineup? Front line. Oh God, whatever it is. We know front. Taking that to the front line and. Escaping me. Anyway, it'll come to me at like 3 a.m. But yeah, more classic dates down the bottom where they play in Nottingham, Cardiff, Birmingham, Southampton, Hammersmith, Edinburgh, Newcastle, Ipswich, Leicester, Manchester. They hardly play the UK anymore. They play a lot abroad. They play more abroad than they do in the UK, to be honest. And they're from here, but there you go. It's just how it is. Yeah, classic, man. Number of the Beast and Listen with Nico Part 6. Whatto, said a ting. Classic stuff. There you go. Next up, we have Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, hype sticker on the front, classic logo, classic Derek Riggs, can't knock it. Back, not the greatest looking artwork, really. A live shot. I mean, it's nice to see Steve and Bruce there, but, I think that's taken from Live After Death, isn't it? That looks like. Could be wrong. I think the live tracks are from Live After Death, actually. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, we got Running Free, Sanctuary, Murders in the Rue Morgue, then Run to the Hills, Phantom of the Opera, Lost for Words. Yeah, these are all from them. They're all from Live After Death, aren't they? Classic. So that's the back of the Phantom of the Opera one, which is weird because it's on the opposite one side of that. I've just noticed that. Yeah. Is that normal? Is that a normal thing? So on the back of that, you'd think it would be the rest of the clouds, but it's actually the live shot. And on the back of the live shot is the clouds. Has anyone else got the exact same as me? Or am I missing something? Didn't realise that. So yeah, Phantom of the Opera, all live. Lost for Words, big aura. Great track. Love that. And then Listen with Nico Part 7. Now, I've just realised I've gone past it. I've got to go back because on here you've got... Where is it? Let's have a look. Do. Mission for Mary. I scooted over it. I love Mission for Mary. I think it's great. I don't know why. I used to listen to it a lot as a kid and I'd love it. Some cunts recording this. Superb stuff. Absolutely superb. I mean, it's an argument and it gets worse. And once you've seen the first 10 years, this is the first 10 years, Tinman, the early years DVD, and it's Bruce explaining about him going in and winding them up a little bit more and then recording it. It's even better once you know that. So yeah, man, going back. Mission for Mary, love it. There you go. Yeah, so if someone watching this, a Maiden fan, let me know if your Phantom of the Opera is the same way, because I've just noticed that. That's very weird. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that, should it? It should be the other way. Or maybe it is like that and I've just never really twigged. I don't know. But there you go. Next up. This was one of the later ones in my collection. This one's in really good nick. So this is number 8. Wasted Years. This one's in great nick, to be fair. Hype sticker on the front. Love the artwork. Love the futuristic design. The classic logo in the corner. The dates there. Look at the dates. Love it. Reminds me of the music video where all the eddies are flashing there. I love it. Back, Stranger in a Strange Land. Again, great artwork. Superb stuff. Okay, gatefold on this. Wasted Years. Reach Out, Sheriff of Huddersfield. Oh no, bloody hell no. Great. There you go. And then you've got Stranger in Strangeland, That Girl, and One Eater. Yeah, used to date a girl with one tooth. She was called One Eater. All right, I'll dispense with the dad jokes. Okay, Wasted Years, Reach Out, Sheriff Housefield, and then of course Listen with Nico Part 8. Look at more dates, more crazy dates. They've played Manchester twice, Sheffield twice, Newcastle twice, Edinburgh twice, Birmingham twice. Oh, it's mad. They're just, and then of course they're going. I mean, by this point, Maiden in their career are just like they've skyrocketed by this point, haven't they? They really have. Pull them records out because you know when they, you get that when they go in and then they bunch up, can feel it. Just pulling them out a bit. That's better. There you go. You can feel it now. Yeah, man. Love this one. Love the artwork. Love the tracks. I love all the tracks on this. I can't fault any of them. There's not one on here that I'm the live stuff. I love Live After Death. I do, but I prefer the studio recordings to the live stuff. That's probably my only gripe about it, to be honest. Yeah, great, man. There you go. Number 8, Wasted Years. Okay, and I feel like I'm doing this a bit too fast, but there again, what can I'll just keep going. Okay, number 9. Can I Play with Madness? Hype sticker on the front, logo down there. Classic image. Love it. Derek, man, his mind is wild, isn't it? Evil That Men Do, the classic Seventh Son era. I love Evil That Men Do. It came on in work on the radio the other day. We listened to Planet Rock. Well, I changed it to Planet Rock on the radio. I was like, yeah, we're not listening to what you're listening to. Went up there, changed it. Planet Rock was on for a few hours, and this came on, the Evil That Men Do. I was just in my element. I couldn't sing like Bruce, but I was singing the best of my ability, and it was on all the speakers in work. It was great. Yeah, love it, man, love it. Great era, Seventh Son, great era. I won't get into my favourites of the albums because I'll do a video for that. Okay, gatefold. There you go. Classic images, classic stuff. Lyrics for Can I Play with Madness on the back. It's cool. So you got Can I Play with Madness, Black Bart Blues, and Massacre. Evil That Men Do, Prowler 88, and Charlotte the Harlot 88. I like that they did that. I like that they just kept it to a couple as well, not overdoing it. But I like hearing them because you're so used to the, what's the name, the early versions with Paul. But it's nice to hear the Bruce versions. I don't have a favourite. I'm not a Bruce over Paul. I like them both equally. There's only 2 with Paul though, isn't there? Whereas there's a lot with Bruce. So I kind of just gel with all of it, to be honest. I do. I love hearing the old stuff. Steve would hate me to say this, but they are more punkier. They are. They just are. More rawer. It's just the way it is. But yeah, man, great stuff. And of course, Listen with Nico Part 9. There you go. Seventh tour of a 7th tour. Monster Rock Donington. Only UK appearance. I'd love to have seen that. I had the poster on my wall. The Donington Monster Rock. The blue one with and it had David Lee Roth, Kiss on it as well, and White Snake. Had the poster on my wall. Didn't go, obviously. Didn't get to my first Donington till 94. And it was Aerosmith headlining, but we went because Wild Hearts were playing, Biohazard were playing. We were there for the Stage Invasion. Great stuff. Set got cut short though. That was a bummer. Pantera were there. Sepultura were there. Therapy were there. There were some great bands that year. There really was. There you go. That's number 9. We're on to the last one. We're on to the last leg now. The Clairvoyant. Another, still on the Seventh Son era, because this is the first 10 years. Hype stickers on the front. Classic logo at the top. And Infinite Dreams on the back. From Made in England. I love it, man. I love it. That artwork, man. Derek, man. Woof. To see the mind of Derek. The Clairvoyant live, The Prisoner live, Heaven Can Wait live, Infinite Dreams live, Killers live, Still Life live, Wasted Years live. Where are these from? Are these from? All right, recorded at Monster Rock. I'm not sure they actually are. I know the images aren't right. Only because my mate Nige, Rock God 2004, was talking about it on his video. I can't remember the specifics. He'll tell you better if you watch his video. But classic artwork. And then Listen with Nico 10. And advertising the VHS. Love it, man. Love it. Iron Maiden, first 10 years. What a box set. Very nostalgic to me. Probably one of the first. Yeah, I reckon it was when I got into Maiden, they were the first things I went for. Obviously the albums, got the albums on LP. I even got rid of them, and I don't know why, and I don't know where they are. There's a possibility they could be in a lockup somewhere, and I could still have them. If that's the case, I've got 2 sets, because all the albums that I had, apart from Live After Death, I need to get that again. But I've rebought them all. I've had to rebuy all the albums and all the first 10 years, and just recently I finished the first 10 years box set on CD, because they can go. The CDs seem to go for silly money. I don't understand. The LPs can go for a bit of money. Sometimes the CDs were more expensive than the LPs. I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, very nostalgic for me. I love the first 10 years box set. I love all the B-sides. I've got the B-side CD actually that came. It was in part of that special tin. Well, I've got just the B-side CD, which has slightly different tracks to what's on some of these. So it's a bit. I put it on, but it's like, it hasn't got them all. Hasn't got all the B-sides on it. Still great anyway. Still great. But there you go. That was me showing the first 10 years box set. Absolutely love it. There'll be more Maiden stuff to come. I'm going to do a Maiden ranking. Now, my Maiden ranking will be from the first up till Fear of the Dark. Because after Fear of the Dark, I stopped. I did. And I've only recently kind of listened to the later stuff. Because obviously it got into other things, got into hardcore, got into punk, stuff like that. But I've only really got back into them. I say back into them, I've always been into them, but I've only really listened to the newer stuff when Senjutsu came out. So I've kind of gone from 1 up to Fear of the Dark, left a huge gap, and then listened to Senjutsu. I know Brave New World's great, and I've listened to it. It is good, I just don't own it. So, sacrilege, I know. I will get it. But I'll do a ranking from the first to at least Fear of the Dark, the first era with Bruce. If that's what you want to see, let me know in the comments and I'll happily do a ranking, because I think that deserves a ranking. I know people have done rankings for all of them, but I don't own the latest stuff, and I'm not in. No offense to him, he's a great guy and he's a great vocalist, but the Blaze stuff, it's not for me. Sorry, not for me. Good, but yeah, it's Bruce or it's Paul. That's my Maiden. So there you go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next one.